We are a nation of Christians and Muslims, Jews and Hindus, and non-believers.
Okay. Never been said before as a president in that order. He also mocked the Bible.
Whose Christianity would we teach in the schools? Would it be James Dobson's or Al Sharpton's? Which passages of Scripture should guide our public policy? Should we go with Leviticus, which suggests slavery is okay, and that eating shellfish is an abomination? Or we could go with Deuteronomy, which suggests stoning your child if he strays from the faith.
Is that the most unreasonable argument you've ever heard? He also speaks of collective salvation.
My individual salvation is not going to come about without a collective salvation for the country.
My individual salvation rests on our collective salvation.
Our individual salvation always depends on collective salvation.
Our individual salvation depends on collective salvation.
You go ask your pastor, priest, or rabbi if that is true. You might think someone would follow up on these surveys, since two of his three best-known spiritual advisors, Jeremiah Wright and Michael Pfleger, are extremist clergy members, far out of the mainstream of Christianity, into liberation theology. The third, Jim Wallace, is an admitted Marxist. But no. Interest from the supposed big three of TV news? No, there's not, no. Hey, Katie Couric, how are your ratings? No one has paid any attention to the anti-capitalist in the administration. Several socialists, admirers of Mao. None of this has aroused the interest of the adoring media crowd. Their only response is to call me or you or anybody else a liar, a hater, a bigot, stupid, full of lies, whatever. Wouldn't you think somewhere out there on a network other than Fox, someone might be some bit itty-bitty curious about the truth? That someone might have noticed that I've been right on the economy for the last 3 years when everyone else said I was crazy, or that we were right about Van Jones being a communist, especially after showing you in his own words. More recently, you think they might notice that we were right about Jim Wallace, who said he received no money from George Soros, called me a liar, started a campaign against me, then later came out and said, oh, yeah, okay, somebody has my tax records? In fact, he has received hundreds of thousands of dollars from Soros. You might wonder, too, will any of them come to the Restoring Honor rally this Saturday with an open heart or open mind? Or have they already written the story? Is anyone seeking the truth in journalism anymore? Will anyone actually listen and see what's really going on? Is there a single honest broker in the media? I loved it when Tony Snow died. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. Oh, but they don't make him like that anymore. When Tim Russert, he died. Oh, they don't make him like that anymore. Why not? Why not, journalists? Make yourself into those people. Too many journalists have already written their script in their hearts and in their minds. Knowing what the truth really is, knowing who the people of America really are, knowing what this rally is just about hate and politics, and that everyone who joins us there will just celebrate their hatred. I'm looking for one journalist to tell the truth and honestly listen and consider the republic over politics. On Saturday, we're here in Washington, D.C. to restore honor, and you have to find it and define it first. On Saturday, we are going to be giving, this is the first medal, we're giving three citizens medal, restoring honor. Really the only place that you really find honor is in our military now, where you find it in great abundance. And I found an amazing organization, Special Operations Warrior Foundation, SOWF. It is amazing. It started in the deserts of Iran when they went in to rescue the hostages and the helicopter burned, you remember? And guys looked at each other before they landed and said, if I die, will you take care of my family? And vice versa. Yes, I will. But if you die, I'll take care of yours. If I die, you take care of mine. That's the way it all started. It was soldiers taking care of soldiers. We don't do it as a country. But you know what? I kind of like it that way. We should be responsible. These are amazing people that have fought and died for us and our freedom. I want to introduce you to a couple of the people who have been helped by Special Operations Warrior Foundation. Valerie Chapman Nessel. She is the widow of Tech Sergeant John A. Chapman. And Melinda, say your name for me, Melinda.
Petrogani.
Petrogani. She is the daughter of Private Michael Rudis. All right. I'm sorry about that, Melinda. I know we met before out west. You have an amazing story. First, let me talk to you, Valerie, about your husband real quick. How did your husband die?
It was on March 2002, the Battle of Anaconda, when we just first started going over there to get the Afghanis. And basically a Navy SEAL had fallen out of a helicopter that got shot down, and so they had to go back in and get him because they don't leave anyone behind.
And he jumped out. He lost his life.
Yeah, he lost his life. He took out some machine gun and some nests, and he got the Air Force Cross awarded to him for his heroism.
All right. And so when your husband died, what was your life like? A mess?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I remember initially, that Memphis knock at the door. Yeah. I remember that, and then the next 2 weeks were very blurry. But I had so much help and support and love from my family, my friends. I mean, his combat controller buddies.
How is Special Operations Warrior Foundation? How do they actually help? Listen to this, America, because this is amazing.
They are an amazing group of people. I mean, within the first month or so, you're contacted, about their organization, and they get your information. But they send my girls, Christmas, birthday cards, every year, and they will make sure my children, John's babies, get to go to college for free. What more can you want?
Yeah. Melinda, when you were out with me, we spoke at a fundraiser together, and you were remarkable.
Oh, thank you.
Because what hit me was, this is not an organization that you're not donor recipient 1174.
No.
They know you. Explain.
They call me, they call my mom. In elementary school, middle school, high school, they don't just contact you like, oh, you're 18, you're ready to go to college. Now we'll start a relationship. Is
it true? I heard John Carney, he's one of the head guys. He said that if you were been struggling in school, 5th grade, they fly out. Oh yeah, what's the deal?
Well, John will call you himself, or come and talk to you if give you a little nice push in the right direction. If you're not up to par. I
want to talk to you a little bit more about these. We have a couple more minutes here. Let me take a break. And America, I want to just share something with you personally that I have seen that I think is what we're really supposed to be like. Next. We're back with Valerie Chapman Nessel and Melinda Petrogani. She is, you lost your father when you were 8 months old.
Correct.
He was Special Operations. And you lost your husband when we just started going into Afghanistan.
Right, and my daughters were 3 and 5 at the time.
And frightening for a mom. Frightening for a mom on how do I do
it? Yes,
got it.
Definitely.
I don't know if you know this. We don't send our heroes, our fallen, to the kids to college. It's incumbent upon us. It's incumbent upon us. You're coming to the Restoring Honor rally.
Yes. With my girls.
With your girls? Yeah. You had written down a couple of things here. Would you share what you wrote about honor?
I found this on a church marquee, and it said, honor, the only people who have it have character. And I believe every man and woman that has died for our country has that character.
We have to find it in ourselves.
Yes, we do. And then also, honor them by remembering freedom is their gift to us, meaning to Americans. What they did was so that you can still live here free.
Because that's not your father's gift was not freedom. I mean, it was to me.
Right.
But it's not necessarily to you.
His gift to me was sacrificing, knowing that being in special ops, you're not going to be there all the time. that something could happen, that your family might not know where you are, what you're doing, but knowing that you have that family to come home to.
I selected Special Operations Warrior Foundation because it is an incredibly clean, well-run organization that struggles to honor a commitment. We have 500 families that have to be taken care of. These are the elites. These are the ones that go in and do the jobs that nobody can do. And they go and do it. And they don't complain, they don't whine about it, and they leave family behind. Isn't it our job to take care of them? I know this event on 8/28 has gotten a lot of heat, and unfortunately not an awful lot of attention has gone to Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which I would just ask you to please look into. If you feel you can donate, look, this rally, they're building this stuff, this has been paid for a long, long time ago. I promised this, and I don't know of anybody else who's ever done this with a charity. I promised them that they would not go in the black. They wouldn't spend a dime of their money on this. If we didn't raise the money, I said I would personally pay for every dollar of this. We long ago raised enough money for this, but I sure would on Saturday like to present them with a very, very, very large check. Could we make a goal of actually sending all of those children to college, taking care of, making sure that there's nobody that is in our elite actually having to worry that when these guys are going on a mission and they know at that moment I may not come back, they know their family will be taken care of, not by some faceless organization, but by us. Go to glennbeck.com/828 and donate now. Back in a minute. Which 3 Americans will get the new Medal of Merit on Saturday at the Lincoln Memorial? Find out. Join us there. Good night.